fantastic. So, help me if you will for a moment, and this will be our segue into conversations that I'm having with our other executive directors for today. Tell me how you think Crohn's and colitis going forward has an impact that overlaps or intertwines with some of our other members of Children's Support Foundation, because as you said, immunocompromising conditions are things that there's those that are acutely aware of it and those that might not be aware of it, but it is pervasively around them. Much like the support work that is provided at Children's Village or at Sheltering Arms, that those are affecting different parts of our local community in and around New York in ways that some of us might not even be aware of. So I'd love for you to spend a moment and talk about, how you see some of that overlapping impact. And let me thank you for the work that you do.
Well, thank you so much. We have a growing pediatric population,
Okay.
almost 80,000 pediatric patients are diagnosed annually, and it's
Wow.
increasing more and more. And so, many of those pediatric patients are in, communities that don't have access to healthcare. There are disparities and, the sort of treatments that they received. And so our responsibility and our mission is to provide, targeted treatment to everyone and an accessible treatment to everyone.
Right.
Some of the treatments that are provided for this illness are quite expensive. If they are on a immunologic or a biologic, it could cost upwards of $20,000 every 6 weeks for some of those things. And so when there are young people in not getting the proper treatment, not having access to care, it could be a very deadly thing. And our job is to ensure that everyone gets equal treatment and has access to care.
That's a fantastic way to analogize it, which is to say, effectively, we often think about food, shelter, education, safety, but healthcare fits in there just as clearly and as cleanly as some of these other, maybe more tangible facets for child welfare. And I have a feeling that many people hadn't thought about that, particularly in light of the pandemic this year, the lack of access that many members of our community may have for that. So come back to what I said a minute ago, which is thank you very much for the work that you're doing. And thank you very much for being a part of Children's Support Foundation, really helping drive forward our mission to have greater impact in more communities so that there is less of a need for what we do. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going away anytime soon, though.
No, it's not. But we are making strides in this area. And without Children's Support Foundation, this wouldn't be possible. Having this conversation here today, sharing the insights and the spectrum that child welfare and health foundations can really work together in community. So yeah.